ambitious and driven. We are progress. We are change. We are prepared, honest and humble. We are the highs. We are the lows. We are the heartbeat of our community. We are the famous black and white. We are the dreams come true. We are the club of opportunity. We are the memories. We are the yet to come. We are Derby.
Complete faith in you lot as a group. The bench is significantly stronger than theirs and we'll make change when we have to. And I can't express it enough to you. You have to gas out, you have to be brave on set pieces, right? And I brought all them in the room, so I want you to look at them. Because they're the people that work hour upon hour upon hour trying to help you all the time. And they're the people that will be there at the end of it to congratulate you or to be sorrowful for you. But they're the people you're playing for. All the people on the fucking wing wall you're playing for. And you could achieve something great. You could. And all I ask is you give it your best. Give it your fucking best. If it ain't your day, fine, get off. I'll send one of the game change on. It's absolutely fine. But you have to start off with the mentality that you're going out to win the football game. That you're playing fearless. And you have to accept the fact some things you do aren't going to be perfect. So you might not get the opportunity to hit the perfect shot, the perfect cross. You might lose the ball twice when you get out. Don't give a fuck. Get at them again. Get at them again. There's not much I regret about my career. The thing I do regret is I didn't live in the moment enough. I didn't. It was about get the game done next game, get the game done next game. Don't enjoy anything. You're going to learn that. Please live in the moment.
Hello and welcome to the preview show from RamsTV. Thousands of Derby County supporters are heading to the seaside tonight to Broomfield Road to see their team take on Blackpool, and you can be with them in spirit as well. We've got the game right here for you on RamsTV. Matchday Live with you from 7:15, available worldwide, including right here in the UK. It's a game that'll see Derby reach the 10-game mark of this new League One season. Not sure if I can say new anymore, given we are a couple of months into the campaign now. Here are the Rams results so far. Maybe not as much green as we would like on that picture, though Derby are unbeaten in their last 3 games and have won more games away from home than they have at Pride Park Stadium. More on that stat a little bit later. You'll hear from boss Paul Warne later in the programme. We'll tell you a little bit about Blackpool as well, but we'll focus on Derby to kick us off. Tyrese Fornah has started the last 5 games for the Rams since arriving late in the summer transfer window, and he settled in well to life at Moor Farm.
Pretty quick, to be fair. Like, all the boys, the staff, everyone at the club's been really welcoming, so pretty quick, to be fair.
Are you quite good at, being the new boy and making friends quickly?
No, it's not my strength because I'm quite introverted. So, I just try and gain respect on the pitch, and then from there, everything takes care of itself, really. So, yeah.
Anyone in the room that you've, particularly gravitated towards, really palled up with?
No, I treat everyone the same. I try to pal up with everyone and just be myself, really. And hopefully people take me for that. So, yeah.
You came here wanting to play, and you've certainly done that. Started the last 5 games, I think, and we were just talking before the interview started. The body is readjusting to that, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Just week to week, Tuesday to Saturday. So, yeah, it's just normal stuff, really.
But you must be pleased with how much you've played.
I am. It shows the faith, from the club, the manager, the coaching staff. So not just the manager. So like Hammy, Richie, there's real belief in me. So it's down to me to really perform and show them why I'm here, really.
How would you assess your performances for the club so far?
I don't know. I think it's down to the manager to really do the assessment. But for me, I just try and give my all. Even if I have a bad game, that they know that I'm going to run for them. So, yeah.
But do you feel that you're starting to show what you're about? Because it can take time to get back up to speed.
Yeah. I feel like that. I feel like they're starting to see the best of me now. But I just try and give my all, really. Run for my teammates. When my teammates do something bad, try and help them out and just try and be the ultimate team player that I can be. So, yeah. Talk
to me about the role that they've asked you to play in that midfield.
It's more box to box, about helping Corey or whoever's sitting. So sometimes I find myself sitting in during the match, but I have license to also get in the box, so it suits me down to the T. So, yeah.
You've had some good results since you came into the side, but were you frustrated, especially Saturday, not to win the game?
Of course, you're always frustrated when you're playing at home and, you create, a lot of chances and you have a lot of the ball and you don't win. Of course, it's frustrating, but I think we just have to take that on to the next game. So, yeah. But
you're not losing games, you're putting together a bit of an unbeaten run at the moment.
Yeah, we are. But ultimately, we have to win games, to go up, to get promotion is about winning games. I don't feel like draws are good enough. So, yeah.
Off to Blackpool on Tuesday night, where you've played a couple of times, I think, for Reading and for Plymouth before that. Any particular memories of the seaside?
Mixed to be fair, but we know what Blackpool are about. They've got some good individual players and they're good as a team, so yeah, we just have to go there and give a good account of ourselves, really. So, yeah.
Tyrese Forster there, hear from him again later in Matchday Live on RamsTV. With you from 7:15, we'll have Bradley Johnson and Sean Barker with us in the studio for you. Well, tonight's host Blackpool back in League One this season after relegation from the Championship last campaign. But the man who got them promoted, Neil Critchley, back in charge at the club. It's been an eventful couple of years for him and for the Seasiders. We've been talking to Athletic writer and Blackpool fan Craig Chisnell about what the locals are expecting from this campaign.
I was really expecting top 6 after sort of last year was a total disaster from really the moment Neil Critchley caught them on the hoof by going to Villa. Michael Appleton was given the job, which I actually wasn't against. but I don't think he was particularly well backed. The recruitment was all over the show, and then Josh Bowler leaving on deadline day and not being replaced, and then not having that money to reinvest in the squad really set them back, and they never looked like they had enough last year in any way. I think they've recruited quite well this summer. Obviously, Jerry Yates was always going to leave. I think also with probably Derby being the biggest club in the League One this year, I was impressed by the way Paul Warne recruited. So I had them down sort of Derby top 2 or 3, and then much of a muchness really. I think Pompey haven't surprised me. I thought Oxford recruited really well with Liam Manning, and then underneath that, I thought it was any 3 or 4 from the rest really. And if you can be organised, keep clean sheets, obviously usual cliches here, you're going to be in the mix. So I actually think it's quite a tight league. I don't think it's almost starting to. I think the quality's started to shine through. I've been surprised by Derby not pushing on like they have. I think they've got a very good manager. I'm a huge fan of Paul Warne. We've done a few bits of the Athletic with him, and I know he's very good with the media. I do expect Blackpool to improve. I certainly expect Derby to improve with the expectations around the place. I think it's quite an intriguing game, Derby-Blackpool, for both sets of fans. Blackpool have picked up, thank God, if I'm allowed to be biased, in the last couple of weeks. And I think it'll say a lot for both teams of where they're at.
You mentioned Neil Critchley, and I don't know if it's fair to call it a saga or not, but obviously has terrific success and then signs the new contract and then leaves and leaves you in the lurch, I think it's fair to say. Now he's back, and already it seems as though things are starting to improve once more. How is he viewed by Blackpool supporters now, given everything that has happened with him over the last couple of seasons?
I think it's difficult for me to sometimes say that because I don't go to Bloomfield Road anymore because of, I do when I can, but being based in London as a journalist, it's not exactly an easy thing to do, pop on a train for 4 hours and go to a home game every week. I think there's some goodwill. I think there's some people who will never accept he should have gone and probably wouldn't have had him back. I thought I was quite impressed with the way he spoke when he returned. He knew he'd not handled that very well. He looks back on that, and I think with a bit of regret, the way he did go. I'm always quite sort of placid about these things. As you get older, you get offered a better job, you take the better job. I think the money is a life-changing opportunity, I'm sure, for him. And I'm not quite as tribal as maybe I once was when I was a teenager and it was the end of the world when your manager or your best player left. I think he's come back with a real point to prove after what happened at Villa and at QPR. And I think he knows he owes the club. He owes it to himself as well to sort of make this a success. It was a big gamble for him coming back, I think, as well. I think that's been underplayed a little bit because Villa didn't go well. QPR was not good at all. And he probably had to make his next job work. He clearly gets on well with the owner. And they seem to be on the same page. I think it just caught everyone on the hop when he went to Villa in the first place. So, I think there's a lot riding on it for the club and him, and everyone just needs to make it work, really.
Craig Chisnall from The Athletic there. Now, Blackpool did get their first away win of the season on Saturday down at Barnsley, but their success so far this season has been built on their record at Bloomfield Road. They have the joint best home record so far and haven't been beaten there yet. Big contrast to Derby, of course, who have one of the better away records in the division. 3 of the Rams' 4 victories so far have come on the road. That includes the win at Carlisle in their previous away fixture. Derby are unbeaten in 3, but were frustrated again on Saturday, this time by Cambridge. A couple of days on, Paul Warne's opinion on that one hasn't changed.
No, not really. I thought we were really good. Most dominant we've been all season, played really well, created numerous opportunities. Didn't make the keeper making enough saves, but got into really good areas, got down the sides. And it's fair to say I think we outplayed him in virtually every department. So really pleased on the performance, and said to the lads, look, I know we're going to lose games, but as long as they have to play out their skin to beat you, I can accept the odd defeat. But I thought we played well enough to win, put it that way. But it wasn't our day in front of goal, and which is disappointing. But I thought the lads done everything they could to win a game. I was really proud of how brave they were on the ball, how, especially first half, we just kept recycling it and just kept going attack. But it wasn't to be. And, you know, if we'd have scored early on with a couple of our really good chances, it could have been a lot nicer afternoon. But unfortunately, you need that first goal. And I know how difficult goals are to score, probably because I was pretty rubbish. But also, like, you just have to watch I said to the lads today, you have to watch the Liverpool-Spurs game. Liverpool went down to 9 men, stuck everyone behind the ball. It's so hard to break teams down. And, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of luck. It falls to the right person at the right time. But, you know, maybe we didn't get that little rub of the green we needed.
You've won 3 out of 4 away from home, and you go to Blackpool on Tuesday. How big a test will that be?
Yeah, another big test. When we played them in the Cup, I remember being really happy at the final whistle, mainly because the whistle was blown. I thought we were awful when we played them at home. They outplayed us in every department. I don't know if anyone's mentioned that, but I thought they were really good. And just recently, you know, they've made a couple of signings late in the window, changed the way they play a little bit, had some really good results recently on good form. So I'm well aware of the difficulty. Obviously, we've got Curtis, who played there last year. So we've got a good feel of them, but we've got to try and match them. And they're a good team, coached really well. So, yeah, it will be our hardest away game to boot, I think, so far.
Squad look okay?
Yeah, look great. Look good. Trained pretty well today. We didn't do a great deal, obviously, because playing again tomorrow, but looked good. And obviously we've got, like, Connor back, not a million miles away from getting JJ back, which is essential. So, like, I think, I know you haven't asked me this question, but I think we made some good additions in the window. It's just fortunate a few of them are injured. So you know, like JJ, especially, the game Saturday was perfect for JJ. That's why I brought him in. Them tight games of creating something out of nothing, a bit of a player used to be a similar sort of style. So that's disappointing that he's injured, but I'd like to think that people watching can see Tyrese was really good against Saturday and need legs and determination in the middle of the park, as well as guile and creativity. And the same with Ryan, right back's brought a little bit. So it'd be nice when we've got a full echelon of players that we can, you know, mix it up. But it was, again, nice to have Tom Barkhausen back. He looked something like. So, yeah, all in all, they're trained really well. I've got 18 fit now, which is 18 senior pros, fit, which is good. And with others coming back, it looks pretty rosy. But, you know, we need to turn performances into points.
That's Derby boss Paul Warne. Here's the lineup in League One tonight. Everyone in action, including leaders Portsmouth at home to Wycombe and second place Oxford United at home to Shrewsbury. Derby go to bottom of the table Cheltenham on Saturday. They're at home tonight as well, facing second bottom Fleetwood Town. So we will keep an eye on that one for you as we bring you Blackpool against Derby County tonight on RamsTV. Matchday live with you from 7:15 and available worldwide, including right here in the UK. That's all from us for now, but we'll leave you with a tribute to a Derby County hero who passed away yesterday. Francis Lee was a title winner with the Rams and responsible for some of the most memorable moments in Derby history as well. Goodbye. When Francis Lee joined Derby County, he had already won a league title, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the European Cup Winners' Cup, and had 27 England caps to his name, including featuring at the 1970 World Cup. His capture by manager Dave Mackay in the summer of 1974 was a stroke of genius, and it would bring Lee another Football League winners' medal. Born in Lancashire in 1944, Francis Lee played for just 3 clubs. His career began at Bolton Wanderers. He spent 8 years there before moving to Main Road, where he became one of the most prolific goalscorers in English football history. At the age of 30, he joined Derby, where his goal-scoring exploits continued and helped the Rams to their second title in 1975. On his return to Manchester, Lee scored one of the most famous goals ever captured by the Match of the Day cameras.
Lee, interesting. Very interesting! Oh! Look at his face! Just look at his face!
Lee led the celebrations at Bailey's nightclub in Derby when the Rams were confirmed as champions.
I think it's the right way to win it with a champagne glass in your hand.
I think so, yeah. I can't think of any better way.
In what was his final season in English football, Lee continued to hit the headlines, though not always for the right reasons.
And it looks to me as if it's broken out again. It's broken out again, and now this time a complete free-for-all. Lee and Hunter were walking across to the far side, and it all started all over again. And I'm sure they must have been sent off this time anyway.
In typical fashion, Francis Lee rounded off his playing career in a 6-2 win at Ipswich Town on the final day of the season.
Up goes Lee. Lee coming again, and Charlie's being held back and scored. It's a goal by Francis Lee.
Lee was a successful businessman in retirement and in 2016 was awarded a CBE for services to football and to charity. Francis Lee made 80 appearances for Derby County, scoring 30 goals in 2 seasons. Though he will mainly be remembered for his association with Manchester City, his short time at the baseball ground will never be forgotten.